Notice, this is a review. With all reviews, it's an opinion. If you don't agree with my opinion, you can explain why you disagree with my opinion in the comments, because that's how opinions work, right? It's your own opinion, and this is my own opinion, so enjoy. After the atrocity of the summer 2018 season when it came to sports shows, fall 2018 had two sports shows that were shaping up to be 1,000 times better than the last season: Run with the Wind and Tsurune. Run with the Wind lived up to expectations and even exceeded expectations. Tsurune, on the other hand, had my expectations explode, then implode. Made by Kyoto Animation, a relatively young studio that's also my favorite studio of all time. They produce super high quality shows and movies like All of Clannad, A Silent Voice, which is my favorite movie of all time, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Violet Evergarden, K-On!, and so many more. Now, you might be wondering why I gush about the studio so much. It's because they're very consistent. Every one of their works looks similar. They don't outsource that often, which means sending drawn frames to other studios so they can help out with the animation. Most of their works are done in-house, and with it comes insane detail. Anyway, Tsurune is about a kid named Minato Narumiya, who's voiced by the guy who voices Hiro in Darling in the Franxx, playing another character I don't like. After seeing a Kyudo match, which is the Japanese martial art of archery where you do it in a very specific way, he wants to do Kyudo and strive to achieve the Tsurune, or the sound the bowstring makes when someone releases the bow. He eventually reaches that point and becomes very skilled at Kyudo. After one tournament in middle school, Minato gets target panic, which is a real thing by the way, which causes him to miss the target due to releasing the bowstring early. He quits archery, but then gets brought back into it when he sneaks into a Kyudo hall, discovering someone with a pristine form. He learns that this man is Masaki Takigawa. He also had target panic in the past and wants to quit the sport forever. He does this thing where after firing 10,000 arrows, he would quit archery. Masaki tells him that archery is needed to be done in a team, so from this, Minato realizes that if he can recover from target panic by joining his new high school's archery team, then he should do it. Alright, so there's no doubt in my mind or anyone's mind that Tsurune looks great. This studio's animation quality has been stellar in every show they do, even in the less stellar shows. We don't talk about that. Fun fact, the studio went to many different high school Kyudo tournaments to find different sounds the bowstring makes for every character. The attention to detail this company puts into all of their works is the main reason why they're my favorite. Anyway, Tsurune disappointed me in more ways than one. First off, the story didn't know where it wanted to go. We follow Minato in the beginning trying to learn how to get rid of his target panic, then he joins the team. After this, there are side stories that aren't needed, like the one with Minato's lifelong friend, Seiya Takehaya, who is also voiced by another character in Darling in the Franxx, Mitsuru. We also have the story of the coach of the team who happens to be the man Minato meets at the archery hall in the first episode. His story is fine because it does show how he got target panic, his aspirations, and his drive for archery, even though it can make him mad. You know what they say, if you hate something a lot, you probably know it so well that you secretly love it. Secondly, there's also the fact that this is a sports anime. They do a bad job splitting up the time for the series. The best sports shows, whether it's a Haikyuu or a Hajime no Ippo, make it so that both the characters and the knowledge the audience learns from the sport are highlighted. This show has it like it wants to be a strictly sports anime, but then you have episodes where it's just character development, but poor character development when it comes to Seiya. That's fine if they don't split it up well, because shows like Ping Pong the Animation don't really go into specifics on Ping Pong, but the characters just suck. Seiya's story is just like every high school drama problem. He wants to be close with Minato because they're supposedly best friends, even though the show never really shows it. He chases after Minato wanting to be like him, then discovers he needs to figure things out himself. He also becomes envious that the coach was able to draw him into Kyudo better than he did. It's bad in my opinion. It reminds me a little bit of the other character he played, Mitsuru, in Darling in the Franxx. They both like a certain person and they strive to be like them. the other characters are pretty bad as well. Aside from learning what they need to improve upon on the Kyudo sections, they never really get talked about, besides the main character. But even then, there isn't enough for me to learn to care about any of these characters. Some characters grew on me, like the angry boy, Kaito, or the man who has the most annoying voice ever, Nanano. Trust me, they get better. This isn't trying to be sexist, but the girls on the team are there for no reason. Sure, there's more team members, but the focus is on the guys' team, so they aren't really needed. Besides, they don't really have a role in the show other than moral support near the end of the show. This is primarily a team sport, and in a team sport, you need to feel that team working hard to achieve a goal. In this case, it's winning a tournament. In my own life, I was a part of a bowling team. The way the matches are formatted is the same as this sport. There are days of individuals and a team day. Even though there is an individual day, it's primarily a team sport. With shows like Chihaya Furu, Haikyuu, or the a billion times better show of that season, Run with the Wind, which I'll talk about when it finishes, the characters have their own wants and aspirations, and you want to see these characters succeed. You can feel it. The struggle to learn the craft is fulfilling to the audience when they do succeed. In this show, it doesn't show enough backstory, plus you don't see enough archery scenes or training, which are by far the best thing about this show, other than the banger of an opening. Like I said before, this is my favorite anime studio, and they let me down. Maybe I'm just whining a lot, maybe you'll enjoy it a lot more, but that's how I feel. This was not as bad as Hanabedo or Harukana Receive, which wasn't even that bad, but it still wasn't great. Now, if you want to check it out, it's on Crunchyroll. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos as well, and if you're not following my socials, please do. I post a lot of new information about when the videos drop, and news on various topics like movies and TV shows and other things. See you guys next time.